Hi everyone, welcome to my channel where I review the latest movies and documentaries. Today, I'm going to talk about Totally Killer movie. If you're interested in this topic, make sure to watch this video until the end and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. The story is of a town. 35 years ago, string girls were murdered from a ship, whose story is being told to everyone even today on the day of Halloween. String girls were murdered. OA of all three of them was 16 years old and all three were stabbed to death 16 times. Kanar had committed all these murders wearing a mask, that is why he has not been caught till date. Why did he kill 16-year-old young girls? That is why his name became famous as Sweet 16 Killer. People started being afraid of him. Even now people have started adopting the same getup on Halloween also. Then the scene shifts to a girl named Jimmy, who is a friend of Emil. Both of them want to go to the concert but their parents are not allowing them. Although he also knows that GV knows self-defense. He is a karate champion. Then the reason for his parents' fear is the old fear deep-seated in their hearts. It turns out that the girls whose murder story we heard about were classmates of Halia and Jimmy's parents, but at this point, Jimmy's dad ends the fight by deciding that he will take Halia and Emilia to the concert. Now Jimmy's wax was alone where some children come to him to get the gift of hello and a man disguised as Sweet 16 Terror. It did not want candy but it wanted the life of two Jimmy's wax. While locking quickly inform the police and then open the lock and come inside. Jimmy's mom takes out a gun from inside the drawer to target the killer, but the killer grabs the gun and starts attacking them. Where Pam was doing her best self-defense because she was a champion herself. Overpowering herself and knocking the killer aside with a strong blow, Bam quickly goes to the kitchen, takes out a knife and tells the killer to leave from here or else the police is going to come. Hearing this, Gurr also gets a little nervous. He had now turned back to join here. Mother thought the killer was George, but then it was son. Kanar attacks Pahabe from behind and kills him by stabbing him several times. Runs away from here and the police comes here. News reporter Chris tells everyone that Baum has also been killed by staffing May 16th, meaning the Sweet 16 Killer has returned. Jamie Peake was very sad then because of her mom's birthday. The next day, when officers call Jimmy to investigate the case at school, he is told that Crystal had been dating a mean news reporter for a long time. That's why Jamie goes and meets Chris but asks him that why did you send so many messages to my mom that it shows the risk that a few days ago you had sent a note to your mom in which it was written that you are the next serial eunuch. We both had to work together to catch him. She goes and discusses these things with her friend Amelia, where not Amelia had created a time machine using her bomb for her science. Whenever the notice says so, has she entered the same date in the time machine when her mom's friends were murdered by the Sweet 16 Killer 35 years ago. Regarding this, Area G says that if we go to the past and stop the earlier murders, then your mother will also be alive with you today. But the problem is that this time machine is not working. Both India and Jimin were near this time machine when the crime took place. Were they just talking about themselves or were they asked to attack the China Sweet 16 match also? To save herself, she hides inside the time machine where Vo was still trying to step. And accidentally her knife steps inside the time machine. As soon as this is done, the time machine starts and within no time one reaches there. On the same date when the Sweet 16 Killer had committed the first murder, his time machine had also broken down. She first hides this time machine and then comes to her mom and dad's college. At school he also meets the same trio and here with one click Jimmy gets hit with many balls. Jimmy comes to know that it is his mom Pam, who was very bold during her school days. Besides, their entire group was also quite famous in school. After all this, she goes to Amelia's mom and tells her that she has come from the future. With the help of your diary, your daughter Amelia has made a time machine using which I have reached here today. It was not difficult for Amelia's mother to believe her words because she was actually doing her research on the time machine until date she had not told anyone about her research and diary. When she met her mother it has been told that tonight 3 girls of your group will be killed and after many years the same killer will also kill my mom. I'm just here to fix all these things. Jimmy now brings Milia's mom to his time machine and tells that at first this time machine was not working and then when the killer tried to kill me, His knife accidentally stepped into this time machine. And then suddenly this machine started. MLA's mom tells that it was missing only one conductor which was filled by this knife, and just like that it went on, and now MLA's mob starts repairing his damaged time machine. Because through this, Jamie had to come back to his time. In Jamie's time, in the future, it is shown that many people along with his dad are worried about Jamie's disappearance. The police officer is trying to find her from the space where Melkia tells the officers that she has gone to the past through the time machine made by her. At the news reporter Chris's place in the past, it is shown that the housewife has now come to the party where the first murder took place. Will be. She comes here and tells Pam Heery about her wax group. Have you guys been careful? You are in danger, but these people do not listen to him and make fun of him and throw him out of here. But then restlessness does not give up, and she was keeping an eye on these four in the party. We see that the family is together upstairs in their bedroom when suddenly she sees Sweet 16, the killer in the mask whom she thought was her friend. The killer now comes to him and brutally kills him by stepping into his body till the 16th of May. Hearing his voice, Jimmy and Bam quickly come to his room, and seeing him dead, Pam's condition becomes very bad. Jimmy brings him out of the party and asks, how did you know that the life of any of us was in danger? Since then, calling him Sajna, she says that she only knows about the future. That's why I was told this. Here in the future we see that Chris has come to MPL. He tells her that I always remembered that the clerk was murdered, it was not in the bedroom but in the kitchen, but now if we look at the past photos, the murder is seen in the bedroom. Then America explains to him why Jimmy has gone from the future to the past. Maybe that's why the past has changed. ML or Court Jimmy is also seen in the same past photos, and after some time he gets a message from Jimmy, in which he had written that your time machine control was lacking a conductor, after which we were taken and came out. Start making a time machine. In the first, we are shown that he is with his mom's group. Everyone is sad because of their friend, and here whoever gives them the idea to do ID. Going somewhere away from here, now it's time their class starts, and Jimmy sits here near a girl whose writing seemed exactly like the writing of his mom, tech killer. Now the next day these people came to their house to party. Even if we see that this is the same house where the second murder took place. Fun's group had also organized their second friend show here. Everyone was enjoying a lot in the swimming pool, while the other side was quite worried because they had not found any clue of the killer yet. Today this girl was also going to be murdered. Pam was having sex with another friend in her room where the killer now comes to kill her. She runs from there to escape him, and everyone hears her noise. All these people go there, but before they could do anything they could save the girl. That killer had killed this girl by stabbing her 16 times. They try to catch the buskiller, but the killer easily kills both of them and runs away and reports this matter to Chris's dad in the past. Here, Amelia's mom comes and tells Jimmy that I am your time machine. I will not be able to fix it because there are many parts in it which are for the future, but it is not a problem. I have made a minor and major part of the time machine. It needs a big powerhouse after which it will start working. While these people were talking, Jimmy sees that girl's truck ahead, whose writing seems similar to the killer's. She leaves everything and goes to check that boy's truck. But here there was nothing except toys, but the boy was also very scared and agreed. While she is talking like this, a man named Dog comes here. Whoever is the last fellow of Pam, he tells him that if there is any difficulty then you tell me, I am a champion and solve everything very easily. After this again Jim goes to IAK's mom, who was still in her prime machine in the big powerhouse room. When Jimmy sees a bag there which could serve as a perfect powerhouse. These people now go near the swing and tell its controller, there is something wrong with your swing and we want to fix it. If you allow, this July 1 also goes to mom and stands up and walks out from there. And MLA's mom. Now she starts connecting that time machine with this powerhouse. On the other hand, Jimmy now meets Pam's group and tells them that the girl's sister girl was murdered. According to the future time, her murder was going to happen today while the killer was to kill another girl tomorrow. Now because he could not kill his right target, today he will definitely come back to kill this girl. If we all work together, we can save this girl's life and catch the killer. Everyone goes to mom to help her, while it is shown in the future that Maria also made her own time machine. Krishy says that we will need a metal conductor to activate it, so you go and get it. Here in the past, these people had planned to capture Pillar. Jimmy has now sent the girl whom the killer had meant to the horror house. Exactly as per their expectation, the killer also reaches there, and before that he kills the girl. He first spots Jimmy, who had also tried to catch Skiller at the time of the previous murder. He thinks why not kill someone in his life first. When he moves forward to attack Jimmy, Jimmy easily dodges the attack because he knows self-defense. Before the killer could overpower him, Jimmy's dad and other people also come nearby. Even though Killer was fighting alone, his fighting skills were quite good as he had to control all of them at the same time. The killer's body was in a fight with everyone, and taking advantage of this, he stepped on his chest with a big stick of one layer from behind, and finally now the eunuch was dead. When they remove the eunuch's mask, they find out that he is the same boy named Dog with whom they had talked to Jimmy earlier and told him that he is a very good karate champion. But now the solution was to keep an eye on their class. Why did you kill them? These people see a pendant worn around the dog's neck, inside which was a picture of a girl. Jimmy's mom says that this girl looked quite bent and unachievable. That's why we all used to call her a bully. Then one day, Pen's 3 friends called her out and they could not tolerate her being so rude. In anger, she drank a lot and then drove away from there and met with an accident. She died. Dog believed that these 3 girls were behind the murder of his friend. That's why he wanted to kill these 3 girls. Jamie now says, Bems, are you guys that bad? You people can do such bad things also. I didn't believe it. Sister says, no I don't. I wasn't even at the party that day, but Jamie walks out of there without listening to anything she said. He was feeling regretful that his mother was a bad girl like Pan. Now these people are talking about the same thing, that some other man comes to the base of Sweet 16 Kanar and also kills the 30 lead girl from behind, whose life Jamie had just saved. Seeing this, all the people get scared and JV tells that they have killed the real killer. I think this killer has come from the future. Using the time machine of Melia, Yassine is shown by cutting that the future was less murdered in the future. It is shown in the post here that the time reporter of the past was also killed by going to its line from the future. This makes Amara's mom time machine intervened inside all the chaos and tells Chemi that you go back in your time. If something happens to you here, everything will be ruined. The ground comes inside the machine and the killer also gets it in the time machine. He would kill Jimmy here, but in the meantime, he comes here and he holds the throat of the killer from behind. That in the decision shock, he got his investigation with the pump. Now it was trying to take both of them from fighting, but Killer was more powerful than both of them. He had a time machine inside the swing. Due to the time of the time machine, this swing started moving very fast due to all these people now left behind. Even these people could not move. Brother, it reaches the ban on walking with someone. Before that he would step up the pan. Here, Jimmy opens the door of this stove in time. Because of that the pan had fallen out of here. Due to the opening of the door, the mask of the killer also gets down through the air pressure, due to which we are able to see the face of the killer, who is none other than the new reporter Chris, who came from the future. He used future mentor machine and he came here. In the future, he also killed Jimmy's mom Bam so that the story of Sweet 16 would be contained. People were forgetting this story Ahista. But Crystal used to earn money by broadcast this story. Jimmy confirmation is why did you kill your dad? Chris explains on Jiz, why he never took care of me, so I killed him. Before this time machine would now be grounded inside. Jimmy kills Chris using a nail gun and it is shown that Jimmy has now reached. On intimidating inside his time, he sees that his bomb dad was safe from both. That is, he had saved his wax life by changing the final past. Here Perm meets Jamie and took him to one side and told that I was a lot of numbers. I knew that today the time machine would bring you to this time and I was from the newly because what would happen if the glass came out from inside the machine? That is why I had sent a gun with me. She gives you a book to Jimmy, inside which all the things were written which had changed in this time due to her going to the past or at this time, that is, in the future. Jimmy also has a brother, named her parents. Jimmy was kept and actually Jimmy's name was now changed. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this movie and what other movies or documentaries you want me to review next. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching and see you next time.